Good music begins at home, and the household this band grew up in held all the fixings of good rock. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down the top 10 facts about Haim. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. Number 10. Older and wiser. Estie, the oldest of the three ladies, is the only of the three girls with a university degree. She majored in ethnomusicography, aka the study of music and culture at UCLA. Her focus was on Brazilian percussion, including conga and carnival drumming, as well as Bulgarian folk music. A seemingly strange combination that makes a lot more sense when you consider the harmonies and rhythms that the band is known for. Her degree might just be what their band needed to strike the right chords with American audiences. Number 9. Julian Casablancas told them to disappear. When the band was just starting out, their star-studded LA connections got them some pretty impressive beginner gigs. Their first tour was opening for Julian Casablancas' band. Their debut was cut short when Julian suggested the band disappear for a while, giving them time to regroup and refocus. They followed the advice of the Strokes frontman and took themselves off the touring circuit to practice and record. This time away paid off in the end, with the girls really discovering their sound. Number 8. Their dad was the brainchild of Haim.
We started playing when I was in 5th grade, I think, and we play covers of, old rock and Motown songs.
Ever since the three sisters were young, music was the ever-present part of their lives. Their parents were musicians and taught the girls music, but it was their dad who encouraged them from a young age to take up different instruments from each other.
I try to let them to be very driven anything they do in life, if it's going to be music or anything else.
Unlike other parents, he put an academic emphasis on the arts rather than in math or science. His hopes for the band, which supposedly came to him in a dream, differed from their present situation, with his original plan being for them to form a full-on Partridge Family-style ensemble. Number 7. Danielle almost went at it alone. If there's one thing that makes Haim stand out, it's their addictive, unusual guitar riffs by the talented Danielle. No middle child syndrome here. Not only does she play the guitar and do the vocals for Haim, she's actually better known to some for her killer drum sets. Her skills on the drums are so finely tuned that Danielle could have comfortably made a living from it, which is exactly what she did before the band's conception, touring first with Jenny Lewis and then CeeLo Green. She gave it up 2 years later, deciding that she'd rather rock out with her sisters instead. Number 6. Estie's nickname is Bassface. When 9-year-old Estie was asked to pick up the bass guitar for the band by her father, it was a hard sell. She finally agreed when her dad showed her a live version of the Talking Heads, who at the time had a female bassist. Estie went all in, developing what came to be affectionately known as her bass face, a term for the crazy expression she pulls while playing. She even went so far as to make it her Twitter handle. Estie admits that she occasionally thinks she should reel her expressions in, but doing so would cause her to lose focus on what really matters: good rock. Number 5. Diner gigs. Everyone's gotta start somewhere, and that's no exception for Haim. The first show the trio played was when they were in their early teens, and it took place at a Jewish diner, with the girls being paid in matzo ball soup. It might have been embarrassing if the girls weren't youngsters at the time. When Estie developed diabetes at the age of 14, Haim decided to shift their focus from Jewish soul food to volunteer shows for diabetes foundations to help raise money for a cure. This helped the girls prepare for a life of touring while keeping them down to earth.
honey and I, doing just fine now. My honey and I.
Number 4. They turned down the Arctic Monkeys.
Are you mine? Are you mine?
Don't get your pitchforks out just yet. The girls are actually huge fans of this band. When asked by the Arctic Monkeys to provide guest vocals for their hit song Do I Wanna Know, it was a big disappointment to the girls when they had to turn it down.
Are there some aces up your sleeve? Have you no idea that you're in deep?
Unfortunately, or fortunately, Haim already had recording sessions scheduled for their album on the dates the Monkeys needed them to be available, so the group declined and opted to make their own music instead. We're glad they did, as their iconic songs Don't Save Me and The Wire came out of the session. Nonetheless, there's no denying that it would have been a killer collaboration. Number 3. They all play drums. It's no accident that Haim has great rhythm. The vocals keep time with the drums, and the guitar harmonizes perfectly on the offbeats. And that might be because all 3 girls were trained on the drums at just 4 years old. Strangely enough, even with so much rhythmic talent, the group still opted to hire drummer Dash Hutton for their band. It might be a lot of pressure drumming alongside the 3 talented sisters. He might not have the job forever though, as a teaser shows the girls jamming out on drums together. Sorry, Dash. Number 2. Blunder Years.
It's a hair thing, it's a big thing. Music, fashion, magic make us happy.
Way back before they were the band we know and love, Estie and Danielle were in a full-on tween pop band called Valli Girls. They put out songs with names like Perfect Girl and Valley Nation.
Let the others follow if they need. I'm gonna live this life that I was born to lead.
Needless to say, the band didn't gain much traction on the indie music scene and quickly split up a few months after getting together. However, the band did manage to land a song on the soundtrack for The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, and even scored the theme song for the Trolls TV show. Maybe the Valli Girls weren't so bad after all. They were like totally awesome. Number 1. They used to be called Rockin' Haim. When forming the first draft of the band, the family opted for the name Rockin' Haim. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but the reason for the name is that Haim means life in Urdu, meaning their name would have been Rockin' Life.
Forever I'll try for you and I. No, I never believed in their inside. Just another good reason to get it right.
When reforming the band in 2012, the sisters dropped the Rockin' from their title and were all the cooler for it. Although the parents have bowed out of the group, the girls have been known to put the family band back together for guest appearances at their shows.
It's very rewarding when you see they grew up and become such a great musician.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.